She has finally agreed to go out with you, and as you get ready to meet the girl of your dreams, you look into the mirror for one last check. You run your fingers through your hair and feel a small empty patch. Is your hair falling out? This might be a sign that you are suffering from male pattern baldness. Wondering what that is? Here are a few basics. First things first, what is male pattern baldness? It is the most common cause of baldness seen in men. Triggered primarily due to the male hormone DHT or dihydrotestosterone, this can begin in some men as early as their teens or 20s. The condition is characterized by a typical pattern of receding hairline at the temples and hair thinning at the crown. It can progress to partial or complete baldness in some cases. Mainly affecting men in their 30s, male pattern baldness is the cause of hair loss in about 90% of men. How do you identify male pattern baldness? Although it starts with excessive hair loss, here are some of the indicators. Receding hairline from the front and temples, thinning of hair on the crown, bald patch on the top of the scalp, partial baldness, complete baldness at a later stage. How does it happen? The male hormone dihydrotestosterone is important for the normal male sexual development. However, in some cases, the hair follicles are genetically sensitive to this hormone. Continued exposure to the hormone leads to shrinkage of the follicles and shortens their lifespan. This prevents them from producing hair normally. The most hormone-sensitive regions are areas of the temple and crown. Hence, hair loss affects these areas more prominently. Genetic predisposition may also put you at risk of developing male pattern baldness. How is male pattern baldness measured? Your trichologist will use a scale called the Hamilton-Norwood scale. This scale grades male pattern baldness from stages 1 to 7. Here are the stages that male pattern baldness follows. Stage 1 on the scale is when there is no hair loss. Stage 2 starts with minor recession at the front of the hairline and some temporal recession. This stage may not even be termed as balding. Stage 2A is when recession progresses across the entire frontal hairline. The third stage is where the temporal recession deepens. 3A stage is when frontal recession keeps continuing backwards. Stage 3V is when there is early hair loss from the crown or vortex, besides the loss of hair in the frontal and temporal region. The fourth stage is where the frontal and temporal hair loss progresses and there is enlargement of the bald patch at the crown. Stage 4A is when the hair loss progresses past the mid-crown. Fifth stage is where the bald area in the front enlarges and starts joining the bald area at the crown. Stage 5A is where the bald patches in the front and at the crown fuse and keep enlarging. The back part of the bald area is narrower as compared to Stage 6. Stage 5V, where the bald patch at the crown enlarges, although it has still not fused with the bald area at the front. The sixth stage is when the frontal bald area and the one at the crown are fused and continue to enlarge. The back part of the bald area is wider than in Stage 5. In the last stage is where there is extensive baldness and only a strip of hair remains at the back and sides of the head. For more such information related to your health, log on to health.india.com.